Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? How's it going? How we doing? How we living? Who's here? Who's with me? Who's lurking? We are quiet today. Chat, where are you at? Gonna rock this one solo, maybe? I don't know. What's going on, J-Rob? How you doing, buddy? What's going on this weekend? Doing anything interesting or just selling stuff so that you can start buying Chrome? I think it's the second one. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family is doing something fun or hanging out, getting some. You getting some one? You know what? I want to ask you. Do you do one-on-one time with your kids? Like, is that a priority for you? I know you travel a lot for work, so you probably um, have maybe even more away from your kids' schedule than I do. Because I just travel to a nearby city. But I think you actually get on planes and go in hotels and do all that kind of stuff. Yes, daddy fun time. Yeah, good, good. Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a Minecraft movie out this weekend. And so I might see if Bentley wants to go tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But today, so my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, and his family they spent the night at our house last night because it's like a 2-hour drive to our house, and then today they're leaving for Zion in Utah for his birthday. That's what he wanted to do for his birthday, so they're going out there. So they stopped at our house last night just to make the trip a little shorter, say hi, hang out. And they brought like a massive stack of like old photos from like my wife and her family, like my wife's childhood basically. So they spent a good hour. I think I only lasted 30 minutes of my wife going through every single photo of like her friends, her cousins, all this stuff. I'm looking at like a really nice sunrise in the background. And Jay is in the backstage and I can see his sunrise. It's pretty sweet, y'all. Just wait till he comes up.
Good morning, Tom.
What's up, buddy?
Feeling a little rough, but good.
How are you?
Yeah.
So what's what's going on in the basement office? Why are you upstairs? I'm assuming upstairs.
Part of it is when I'm talking in the morning, my default is like, I don't want anybody else to hear me. That's weird. But everything I talk about is everybody that's in this house. So
yeah,
I'm like, maybe it's cool that they hear what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, it's still morning. A few of my girls are up. Kristen's still asleep. So, I mean, it's just nicer. It's warmer.
Yeah.
I can get my coffee sooner. So,
gotcha. Okay, a little bit more comfortable for you, and then
just a
maybe
little
the
bit.
added bonus of your kids hearing you
Yeah.
talk nice things in general.
Yeah, we'll see if that ever comes up in conversation in the next 3 years.
Hey guys.
Good morning, Ryan.
The other Turner. How you doing, buddy? Where are you walking?
Good. Back and forth. Gym, run, and then I had to go get some more caffeine. So
I was going to ask you the other day when you say run and gym, are you running on a treadmill at the gym or do you go outside and run the streets of Brooklyn?
as a on the sidewalk because I'm able to do it now. The weather has just been so tough. So but yeah, no, sometimes on the treadmill, but mostly side.
So
Yeah. Now I gotta run back because Lauren's gotta go to the gym. I gotta sit with the girls. And then it's just life right now. grabbing a jacket, running around. Never ends.
Delivering some sourdough.
Yeah, delivering sourdough. Sometimes I'm like, that just sounds like the life. You know what? I like to be up when you all are sleeping anyway. So I'm gonna make sourdough. You sleep. When you wake up, there'll be a magical gnome that delivered you some sourdough. But anyway, what are you guys chatting about? It's a weekend right now. You guys getting anything fun?
I just got here and I feel like I interrupted Dom on in his.
Hi. Oh, hi. How are you?
I can't focus when Ryan's yelling like that.
I was just chatting about the weekend. I asked Jay Rob here if he does one-on-one time with his kids because I know that he's travels a lot for work and is away. So I think he's he was saying the Minecraft movie and I was like, yeah, I need to see if Bentley wants to do that. And I was just saying that yeah, we have my in-laws are in the house right now in the guest room, and then they're going to Zion today for my brother-in-law's birthday. Yeah, I don't know. I was in the middle of something, but I lost my train of thought anyway, so it's fine.
Okay.
I tried to sleep in today, and I could not sleep in to save my life.
I thought that too. I thought about doing that really hard, and I
turned all my alarms off. I have a 4:40 alarm and I have a 5:25 right before the show alarm. I turned them both off. I woke up at 4:15 and could not fall asleep. Like at all to save my life.
Yeah, and like some of the most usually those happen on weekend days. Like it's never during the week when I need to be up at that time. It's like
Yeah.
this day, like today is kind of shitty. There's snow outside. I could have slept in and would have been great. But no, I put my one in my bathroom responsibly, like we talked about yesterday, and
Nice.
I'm suffering for it. Really
What
wish
did you put in your bathroom?
my phone. So
Oh, yeah.
I had to get up with the alarm.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I might go to bed after this again, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock a midday nap because we have a date night tonight, and people tell me I'm supposed to stay up later.
Yes.
So.
Guys, go squeeze some muscle, release some of those hope molecules that we know as cytokines. They'll make you feel good, and then earn your nap. And then when you get up, it's gonna be that much better.
Yes.
You'll love it.
After this call, I'm gonna hit the gym, 100%. I hit it with BroFit yesterday. It was really cool. I turned this off and he was on, and so I was chatting with him, doing some exercises with him, and then his daughter came in to the live at the same time my son came into my garage, and then I'm like, hey, look, I was like, look at this guy. He's doing exercises with me, and then Bentley was like, can I say hi to him? And I'm like, yeah, let me ask for the link. And so I jumped up on with BroFit, and his daughter and my son like said hi to each other and bye to each other, and stuff like that. It was kind of cute.
Nice. I enjoy hearing how you interact with like other people in the stream. I don't really know very many people besides you two and Blaze, but I admire the way that you interact and stay in touch with people.
There's hundreds of amazing people, but I'll warn you, they are really amazing. So your life will get infinitely better, but also more complicated.
Oh my God. Can you be any more wholesome? Shut up.
I wasn't sure what word you were going to put there. Oh, man. Good morning, Drew. How are you doing over on X? What's up, buddy? Isn't that true, though, Ryan? Like the more people you talk to, the more you want to talk to them, which just makes your life more complicated because you're like, all right, like life's already complicated, but now I got to talk to like, is he going to sneeze? What's he doing?
I thought about that and I was like, it's gonna be delicious. No, I was thinking because it is like a I mean, I feel like I feel like the community itself, it's made up of people that are like you. Like you can't help it. It's just kind of how things are. And I mean, that was always the basis for like wanting to understand where everyone's like parenting from too, because I think that everyone's just so authentic. And it was getting me to think, I was like, I'd love to get like the four of us, three of us, whatever, most of us to be present in like a BroFit workout. That would be so cool to see. Hop into an and bag Tuesday fam session, all that kind of stuff would be so good. Because I was thinking about wanting to like onboard. Oh, all right. Well, my children are upstairs alone. Um,
Dope.
but yeah, no, I think it's everyone is just so amazing to kind of meet, and you want to keep asking questions, and you always want to learn just a little bit more. So, what time is it? Am I late? Is it 45 after?
44, yeah.
See, I wasn't late. I still had a minute, Lauren.
6:44 here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still in Mountain Time, right? No, you're back in California.
I'm in California, yeah.
Yeah. I had that thought. It'd be cool and funny if we all participated or just did our own workout in that half an hour of time, but still try to maintain the conversation with cohesive thoughts. I thought that'd be entertaining. Hard pivot. Let's talk about our kids' sizes. Because this kind of hit a little home. I do frequently notice how big my kids get, especially my 6-year-old. Her feet are now down to my knees when I pick her up. They used to be able to just wrap around my midsection, and it makes me sad. How about you guys? Kids growing, their brains are growing, their bodies are growing.
I love that backwards measurement, by the way. Whoa, hi, where'd you come from? How tall are you? She's 4. She's 4. She's 4 tall. Yeah, no, they're getting bigger for sure. It's I think I mentioned a while ago, the moment jackets. I was mentioning how I was like folding the kids' clothes, and like how you like fold kids' clothes versus like adults' clothes. And I
Mhm.
had just like subconsciously folded one of Sloane's shirts in an adult way. And I was like, what just happened? So I kind of remember that, but it is a stark reminder that time is fleeting. So,
Yeah.
so
Hazel's getting all the hand-me-downs, which is good. Junie is still kind of getting hand-me-downs, but also like clothes that she likes, and she's like getting most of Kira's clothes. Kira is now raiding Kristen's closet for clothes and
oh,
shoes. That's the stage we're
That's
at.
what I was gonna say too. Is like Bailey
Sure.
was wearing a sweatshirt and Amy goes up to her. She's like, "Is that mine?" And she's like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
where we're at.
and then Brooklyn takes my clothes because she likes baggy adult size clothing. Like
mm,
she took my V Friends Driven Dragon large T-shirt because she wears men's large.
That's the style.
Yep, that's the middle
yeah.
school style apparently.
Kristen in her time off before her new job, she has like a good month. She's started spring cleaning. She brought up a whole bin of old shoes that used to be mostly Kira's, and now Junie and or Hazel, she was digging through them, found like old cowboy boots that we've totally forgot about, and it's all it's like the past 7 years are just kind of smacking me in the face right here with all like I do remember those shoes in like specific circumstances. Like, oh, these are the shoes we wore to totally forgetting the park we went to. The zoo, like the zoo shoes that they would wear in the snow, all those things. It's just kind of like lost in this moment of nostalgia that you don't realize is there until it has just passed you like 3 seconds ago. I don't know. I'm just rambling about
A
nostalgia.
live coffee pour, y'all.
How do we slow down time? And if that's not the right way to think about it, how do we preserve some of these moments? What do we do?
I think some of them you just kind of let happen.
Yeah.
I used to think I was good at having some whatever mindset. I thought I was good at like slowing it down. I used to think that not taking pictures all the time was a way of slowing things down so you could be more in the moment, which I guess kind of
Because
worked. And but then it just I don't know. I think anytime you try to slow things down, it's just going to rubber band back at you anyway.
yeah, I hear that. Pictures are good though. You know what I really appreciate? I appreciate the lately more so, and it reminded me of like, no, take those pictures, I guess, is like the iPhone like memories. Like, look what happened 4 years ago. I'm like, oh my goodness, I needed that because my memory's not as great as I want it to be. So all those things are always really helpful.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
do appreciate that.
I've been erring on the side of more pictures.
Yeah, my like I was saying before you guys jumped on, my wife's brother came over and he said, or he brought, I don't know, maybe 500 photos from my wife's childhood. So she just spent like an hour going through them and going, "Oh, I remember this. Oh, this there, you know, like that kind of stuff." And so it was cute until I hit my wall and I was like, "It's 8:45 and I'm not in bed. Like I'm not doing this anymore." But it was definitely like, you know, she had a good trip down memory road yesterday and she, you know, showed some of them to the kids.
Mhm.
Um, her and her brother were, you know, commenting on some stuff. But yeah,
It's cool. I feel like I always felt like I know that our mom always loved to take pictures. It was always a challenging thing, I think, in the moment. I mean, I know it's coming from love at all times, but it always seemed like the camera never worked. And then it was like it was a tough moment there. But with that said, so it's kind of like there's this like feeling of like, okay, mom's gonna take a picture, and then like it kind of comes up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know that there's gonna be a hard moment that's gonna come after this. We're gonna have to work through it. But I'm sure that if I look back now at all of the photo albums and stuff that they have, that I would completely appreciate it. So it's tough, and I think it's erring on the side of because sometimes I'm like, okay, don't pull your phone out, don't take that picture, just take that mental image, and then I'm like, you're gonna forget, like would you actually think that you have a good memory? And then I'm like, yeah, so it's like I can't like I have to bet against myself if I really want to make sure that I'm gonna keep that. So I think there is that kind of fine balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, mom. Never made a piece of technology that worked correctly, except for Windows 98. I think that was the only one that she liked.
Yeah, I know, but grateful for pictures, so thanks, mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I still have my first camera that she got me. Mine always worked though. I was always like get my camera to work in a way that I guess mom never found.
No
Um,
way.
but now we got phones. We have this nice. I still have this camera. It still takes batteries and film. I still have 2 canisters of film that I haven't got developed. I'm gonna
oh
save
dang,
that. That's gonna be a present someday.
I haven't developed film in a really long time.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this Chat GPT question that came up? How does remembering your child's smallness change how you parent, guide, or speak to them? Because this is the part of the reading that kind of hit me, where it was like not necessarily in the lines of like they're small and they're growing, but more along the lines of, you know, sometimes they act so older than they are. They are louder than anything out there. And so they have this big voice, this big presence, they take over your life, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, like they're tiny. Like in size, they're tiny in life experience. Like I was talking to Brooklyn the other day, like I told you guys, she's having friend problems. She's having, you know, she's calling this one girl her bestie, and then there's other girls trying to like split them up because she doesn't like that. And and I tell her, look, the weird thing about friends, relationships, best friends, all that stuff is like, yes, you could in theory have a best friend in grade school, and they could be your best friend your whole entire life. Like that happens, certainly. But more often than not, it's the opposite. Like I say, like I didn't find the people that are currently who I'd call my best friends, I didn't find them until the last 5, 10 years. So like I didn't find them until my late 30s. So um, that means that everyone that I knew prior to that, like we're no longer friends or we're no longer as good of friends. And so you haven't even met people that were going to be your best friends, like for the rest of, a season of your life.
That's a
So
great thought. You haven't yet met the most important people in your life,
yeah,
besides your
like
parents.
the most important person in my life is my wife. Like
Right. Oh,
has been since age 24, so twice as old as Brooklyn. So she'll live a whole nother life, 12 years, and then potentially meet the person who will become the most important person in her life. But right now, her whole world is like this one girl, and these other people are taking her from her, and all this other, and it's just like it's a crazy thing to try to wrap your head around.
Yeah, I both love and hate that the time scale. It's like I I used to no, I still do that. Timing everything by like your half life or the age
Mm,
of your parents when they had you, or the age at which you met somebody. Like all those things, the more you do it, it just kind of keeps compounding and gets weirder. Like the amount of time that we are now that we have now done stuff. Like right now, I'm still in like I'm about halfway through my life, twice 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 half past college. Like we were in college in our 20s, we were our 40s, so we've lived that entire part of our life again. And
yeah.
that part, that it's like it's kind of a sticking point for me. It's like, wow, that's weird. And then another part of that, I'm going to be in my 60s. That's weirder, you know. So my whole scale for comparing time and slowing time down, it just kind of breaks it. It just kind of goes away when I think about those
Breaks your
comparisons.
brain.
Yeah. The size thing, that was a teacher question for me. I had a good Here's it. Sometimes it's not the size of the kids; it's also the size of you. Like I was talking with a kid who was having a kind of a bad day a few days ago, and I had him go out of the room because he was just kind of struggling, not in a bad way, but he just needed some space. And I went out there, and he was sitting on the ground, and I went outside and I was talking to him, but I was standing, like I was like to him I was a giant. He was down on the ground, just kind of holding on to his knees. So I was like, this feels unequal. So
Hmm.
sometimes when you're talking to kids, whether it's your own kids, a young kid, or like an adolescent, just the size and their perception of you will change how they interact with you. Like if you're talking with the kid, you probably know like to get down on their level, right? It's like, if Sloan or Dee Dee needs something or they need a word, you get down on a knee and kind of get eye level with them. And that's something I remembered, even though this was an eighth grader. It was like, yeah, they're still small, like they're still half baked humans, and like your size does matter. So it's like that's something that came to mind as I was going through that conversation with them. Just get down to their level because they can't get to your level.
well, I mean, people who give up, I mean, they can obviously just stand on something. So it's their fault. But I know that's like
I
that.
mean, having a
I think
box
that's one.
so they can get up to your level.
I think sometimes I need to just like check myself because I think that I will more times than not go down to their level. And I think because I end up parenting from a position of like me as a child sometimes, I think that can make me somewhat, overthink a situation where they do need a parent. And so, I definitely don't think that I'm more of a friend to them, and that's where I come from. But I do try and see most of the time like where they're coming from. And so I will 90% of the time be down, like sitting on the ground, kneeling with them. Um, which is like it's a good reminder for me for sure, but it de-escalates any emotion, I think, which is really great. Um, I think it's great for Sloan. I think that my my youngest sometimes she kind of needs someone standing over her. So I think it definitely is somewhat situational in that kind of way. But I was just thinking as you were saying that sometimes when the kids do need a parent and you've been down on their level so often, and like especially with like Sloan, um I'm like always on her level, and I'm always like I really try and get in her head that like I will trust you no matter what. And people will be like, oh well, I don't know if that's right, but I'm like, no, I want her to know that whatever decision she makes, whether it's like right or wrong, or she keeps something from me, the decision she made to say it or not say it or whatever, like I'm gonna trust that she's making the right decision so that she can also trust me. But at the same time, it's like I think when a parent needs to show up, it can be a really big swing for them. Be like, wait, hold on. You were just this other person just a minute ago. And then it's like, yeah, well, I have to show up as a parent right now. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not your friend right now. So I think that there is that balance that I like. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah. Sometimes you can use your size and just stand above them and look down at them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to use your size as an advantage when talking with children who need to be scared, for sure.
Yeah. Do you guys also have kids who like play and they like from the other room, they go, Dad, Dad, I need you right now. And then when you get there, they look at you, they're like, I'm just playing. These are my dolls saying that. You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
like how
Yep.
anxiety provoking that is?
It happens all the time. You're in the other room going, "Ma, what? What?" And they're like, "I'm not talking to you." And you're like, "You said dad."
They like do that. And then like it gets to the point where they're like, Dad, you can't not come right now. This is the moment I need you. And you go back in there, they're like, still playing.
We get
I
we get
think the
the
game, I
dad,
think you know the
then
game. The game is
I
fuck with dad.
know.
I get called and they want to have like they have like a full conversation, but like from another level of the house. And Kristen does it too. It's like, hey, babe. And you can't hear anything. They're just
Yeah.
kind of talking into the void and assuming I can hear. And now I just don't
No,
know.
my wife's favorite thing is to talk to me while walking into the other room. And I'm just like, the moment you walked out of the room is the moment I just went back to doing the dishes.
Yeah.
It is a pet peeve of mine for conversations to be had between rooms, like to yell. It's like to me, it's just it's an easy way to like spike the emotion in a household or like a situation. And I'm like, it's so unnecessary. And then like Lauren hates when I say this. I'm like, we live in a space that you can just walk into the next room, like go have the conversation. Um, I don't know. I'll get there. I'll get over it.
All right, gentlemen, we are here at the end of the show.
What do
You
we
guys
want to do?
gonna
Do
have
we want to show up to a BroFit workout, or do we want to do an Andbag community stream? I'd love to plan it. In fact, I need to plan it so that I give myself this. What do you guys want to do? Let's do one of them.
I was planning on heading to the gym right now.
well, Buffett's not live right now.
Not
I don't think I
today.
think he's
I'm
sleeping
done.
in.
I already worked out.
What do you want to do, Ryan? What do you want to do?
Just that's not
I
where I'm
think
going
we
with
just
this.
I think we just need a dad's after dark. Why are we raiding another stream? Oh,
Oh yeah, you
to
guys
assimilate.
we're kind of missing out on that. I know we intended to do it last week. Anybody up for it today?
What's that?
Dad's After
Dad's
Dark.
after dark.
I
I can't
don't know.
today.
We are horrible at this, by the way, because whenever we talk about it, it doesn't happen. So let's make it, and then we'll miss it again. You guys want to do Monday again?
I've just been thinking like I'll just randomly when I have time and I'm free, I'm just gonna text you guys and just start a stream and just start rambling and like,
Yeah.
you know, Like I didn't think you guys were gonna be here today, so I was like fully prepared to rock this one solo. And then like y'all popped in, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do this.
Nice.
So
Man, Dom's
I
confidence
commend
in
you
the
for
room.
that. Yeah, I commend you for that because sometimes there's times when there have been times in the past where I'm sitting here, I'm like, when's Dom going to start? When's Dom going to start? I can't do this. Like mostly on the weekend.
sorry, I tried to sleep in, man, but I could not today. All right, we could talk in the background, guys.
Yeah, we got nowhere with that. That was great.
Yeah.
We can end the show
Okay.
and talk in the
Anyway,
background.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we can end it. Guys, I love everyone. I love you all.
Yeah,
Thanks for
y'all are
checking
the
in.
best.
You
We'll
18
see you. We'll see you a coin toss tomorrow if I sleep in or not. But yeah, we love y'all. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.